What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we have some more updates regarding the $1.2 and the $3.5 trillion infrastructure packages, so I'm gonna bring that to you in just a minute. We also got some reports on up to $400 billion in fraud from the PPP program and unemployment. I want to address what is being talked about there, because that has a huge implication on what we see put into both of the infrastructure packages, as well as possibility of getting more stimulus. So I want to break that down. But first, if you could, and you enjoy these daily uploads, could you do me a favor? Go ahead, hit that like button. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends and family on Facebook so they too know what is going on as well. And if you want to, and you want to join the community, make sure you click that subscribe button so you never miss an update. But let's get into the update for today. What we are hearing is that there's been a letter that was sent to the Inspector General inside the Department of Labor. This was sent by more than 30 lawmakers. They actually want to see an investigation into the stimulus funds. What they are saying is that they are expecting to see a lot of fraud. They are already saying, or at least the Inspector General is saying, that there's already been a partial audit done, and this was taking place from within the Labor Department, and reports are indicating this morning that there is a wide range of fraud that went on during the lockdowns. We know this. We've seen reports, we've seen different media outlets, cover different stories of, the guys in Florida purchased, like 2 Lamborghinis and was caught. People that paid for a vacation home in California, they were caught. People across the country, people in different countries that were all caught stealing money from the federal government or from our pockets, from the taxpayers. And that's just not right. Well, the reports are indicating that roughly $100 billion was fraudulently received through unemployment. And another $70 billion went to the PPP programs. One person close to the situation is saying that he believes there could be as much as $400 billion in fraud. So just to put that into perspective, $400 billion would give every single American a $1,400 stimulus check that received it last time. We paid about $400 billion for that. So there's an additional stimulus check waiting. What lawmakers are actually discussing at this time is getting this money back so they can repurpose these funds for either additional stimulus or repurpose these funds and help them pay for the large infrastructure packages. So yes, there is a kind of thought process going on here. Lawmakers don't just want to go and get these funds and put it back into savings, right? That's not what they want. They want to take this money and repurpose it, either for the American people, if and only if the infrastructure packages are fully paid for, or if they are not fully paid for, then they would actually talk about and consider repurposing that money to go back into stimulus. Now, when I say stimulus, I am not directly talking about stimulus checks. Yes, that is probably part of the discussions. We don't have a bunch of reports on that just yet, but what we are hearing is that they want to see more stimulus, whether it's, hey, let's extend the unemployment benefit program. Let's extend the child tax credit payments as a monthly payment. Let's expand Medicare, right? Let's go and give more money to rental assistance or nutrition assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, maybe even up that $50 per month, bonus or benefit for the for broadband. Maybe we either increase it or extend it a little bit longer, right? So all these things are considered stimulus. Now, what we see come out of this, who knows? But most likely it all depends on how much money they determine was fraudulently received and if they can actually get that money back. If lawmakers cannot get this money back, okay, then that is where the issue is going to lie. Now, I want to bring something up, because I know this is going to happen, because in the articles that I was reading regarding how this group is wanting the Inspector General to go after this fraudulent cases, what many people were saying in the comments of those articles was, hey, I don't want to be audited. I didn't take the money. It's not me. I actually earned it. I should receive it. Here's what you need to understand. And if you receive PPP funding or unemployment funds, don't worry. Okay, they aren't trying to go after the regular Americans, people like you and I. That's not who they're trying to go after. They're looking into people that stole other people's identities in order to get these funds. And the IRS, according to reports, is helping out with this because as more tax returns are gone through, they can better understand who really needed the money and who didn't. They can understand, all right, we sent this money to this business with so-and-so as the owner, but when so-and-so filed their taxes, or they actually put in there, oh, they purchased a new Lamborghini as a business expense. They purchased all this stuff as a business expense. But in years prior, they never needed any of that stuff. But yet they did receive PPP funding. Well, big red flag goes up. We need to look into this person. So that's what we're seeing. Those are the types of people that they want to go after. And just people from other countries that don't even live in the United States that somehow receive the money by stealing other people's identities. That's what they're trying to do. So if you're a little worried, don't be worried. They're not going to come after you, all right? But speaking of infrastructure, because again, if they get this money, this could go to infrastructure if the bill is not fully funded. If it is fully funded, then and only then, according to reports, that money would be passed on to additional stimulus. So, speaking of this infrastructure package, today, Mitch McConnell said that it is crazy to ask somebody or a group of senators to vote on something that isn't even in writing yet. They're specifically talking about that $1.2 trillion infrastructure package that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to hold a vote on possibly tomorrow. Even Senator Tester, he said he would like to see a bill in writing before he is asked to vote on it. He's a Democrat. However, many Democrats also feel the same way. It's not just him. But that doesn't mean they would not vote on this if they were asked to. So, Democrats are saying we would like to see the bill first before we vote on it, but if Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says, hey, we need to vote, they will vote. And today, Senator Mitt Romney from Utah, who is one of the lead senators who is proposing this bill and kind of crafted this bill, he's actually saying that many senators are asking Senator Schumer to hold off a vote until possibly this coming Monday, because it won't be ready by Wednesday, but it should be ready by Monday. So this would actually allow the negotiations on this bill to be finalized, which is essentially what everybody's waiting for. And Senator Mitt Romney, he also said that he knows Republicans will all vote together and not vote in support of this bill. They would vote against the motion to proceed on infrastructure if Senator Schumer doesn't delay this vote sometime tomorrow. So if this does go through, it is not expected to get 60 votes because according to Republicans, they will all vote together and vote no. So this bill will be tied 50-50. Vice President Kamala Harris would technically be the tie-breaking vote. However, you can't have one person vote when it's 50-50, get them to 51, but this is a bipartisan bill. It needs 60 votes. So this would not pass. But some are saying this is a procedural vote. We just need to do it, see if we have the numbers, and then we will move forward. But like I stated earlier on today and yesterday as well, there are multiple reports that are saying the reason why Senator Schumer is doing this is just to show the American people that, hey, look, we put it to a vote and Republicans said no. They don't want you to get any more infrastructure. They don't want you to get any more money. So that's the reports as of right now. We will see if this vote actually gets delayed. If it doesn't, then yes, these reports do seem more and more true as the time goes on. But if it does get delayed and we do get a finalized text of this bill, then all those reports, well, they're kind of false. They don't really provide the truth in that aspect. So we will see what happens moving forward, but as I know more, I promise I will share more. Now, I want to give you a little bit of attention to investors, right? A little warning. Here's what we're seeing, and I want to explain what I'm doing as well. If you guys want to join, I will actually put a link to the service that I'm using down in the comment section below. It's actually a trading platform called M1 Finance. You can actually get $50 for free. You don't even have to spend your money, but you have to deposit $100 using that link down in the description box below, and they will give you $50 that you can trade on absolutely for free. Then after 30 days, if you want to pull your $100 out or your $150 out, go for it. But here's what I want to say. The stock market yesterday fell. And many investors are very worried, so is Wall Street, because of the rise in the Delta variant cases. Many investors are extremely worried that COVID is making a comeback, and it's coming back very soon, and it's coming back very strong. Many health experts have been warning us on that. Yes, they are saying that this will be back sometime this fall if everybody doesn't get vaccinated. Now, I'm not here to push you to go and get vaccinated. What I'm here to do is tell you that yes, we could potentially see more somewhat lockdowns. Okay, lockdown is a very extreme word. We will see more restrictions. We're gonna see more mask mandates. We're gonna see restrictions in restaurants and probably movie theaters and hotels and things like that. We're gonna see that. Many health experts are currently expecting that. And as we do, we will learn to deal with it, which we have over the past year. But for investors, what we are seeing right now is something called stagflation. What this means is we're seeing high inflation in a recession. This is not good, which basically simply means we're gonna see high unemployment, we're gonna see slow economic growth, and we're gonna see quick inflation simultaneously. As all these three things happen, what we're gonna see, prices are gonna rise. The savings that people have is probably gonna dwindle. Right? The economy is not going to recover as quickly as many people are expecting. But I want you to be informed of this. I want you to understand what's going on, because as we start to see, oh, cases are going up, what's going to happen or should happen? Again, I say should because, it's a weird economy, okay? It's a weird market. But what should happen is as cases start to go up, businesses start to get worried. You know, these new reports and financials are coming out. What we're going to see is the market should start to sell off a little bit. It should come back down to more, a little bit easier numbers, right? We're going to see that pullback. It's going to contract a little bit, but that's fine. And as it does, continue to buy in a little bit at a time. And this is one of the reasons why I use M1 Finance. You buy in on a pie. You buy in this group of stocks that you like. Instead of just one stock or two stocks, you put a little percentage of, okay, I want 50% Tesla, 25% Apple, 25% Amazon, right? And let's say you put in $100, M1 Finance splits it all up for you exactly how you said, 50, 25, 25. Perfect. And they continue to do that even with any dividends that you may get. So I highly recommend you go and use that. Again, if you want to use it, go ahead, put $100 in. You start off with $100. You don't even have to trade it, and then you will get $50 within 14 days of opening up your account. But here's something I want to address, okay? To make matters worse, what we're seeing right now is American people are actually running out of money. Okay, so, and again, if you are an investor, if you want to invest but you don't have a lot of money, start small. Maybe it's not 100. Maybe you put in 50 bucks, right? But $100 is what you have to put in to get that $50 credit from M1 Finance. But to make matters worse, people are running out of money. The unemployment benefits are going to expire on September 6th, right? The CDC eviction moratorium is up in 11 days. That's not good. What we know right now is the stimulus checks from the previous stimulus packages are all but gone. According to some, they are saying that they used their money within weeks of receiving it. However, banks are actually telling us that more than 50% of the stimulus funds are still in people's bank accounts. But let me ask you this. Do you still have any of the stimulus funds that you received from our federal government sitting in your bank account? Let me know. You can answer down in the comment section below. Say, yes, I still have stimulus money, or no. Or maybe you spent it within the first day, maybe 2 days, week, month. It doesn't matter. If it's gone, it's gone. So, but that's what they're saying. I thought that was very interesting, that over 50% of the money is still sitting in our bank accounts. I don't think it is. I think they're exaggerating there, but that is the report as of last week. Now, in other news, a group of people, including Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, they actually made it into space today. And when Jeff Bezos spoke after safely returning to ground, he said that this was all possible due to the workers at Amazon and all customers too, as they were the ones that paid for it. But if you've ever purchased anything off of Amazon, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you were a contributing factor into sending people into space today? Let me know. I purchase stuff off Amazon. I sell stuff off of Amazon every single day. So I'm continuing to pay Jeff Bezos and to, increase his net worth, which, yeah, I feel great about. But yeah, let me know if you feel like you contributed in any way in sending these people into space. But today, after all those people were celebrating that, yes, Jeff Bezos and that group came back, first off, I'm glad they did. I'm glad everybody makes it home safe and sound. But something that was said today was said by Senator Bernie Sanders, and this is what he said on Twitter. Let me read it to you. And I quote, Senator Sanders says, "Let us celebrate when we eradicate poverty, provide health care for all, abolish homelessness, combat climate change, provide universal pre-K. Let us not celebrate when billionaires who avoid taxes and exploit workers take a vacation to outer space." Now, I think that's very interesting. Now, Bernie Sanders, he continues to poke Jeff Bezos. He continues to prod Amazon, pretty much any billionaire that is not paying their fair share in taxes, according to him or according to Democrats, he is going to continue to push them. So, I think it was just very interesting, the timing of this. One of the things I thought was a little bit funny is that, abolish homelessness, right? Abolish homelessness. He brings this up, but yet at the same time, like I stated just a little bit ago, we are 11 days away from the CDC eviction moratorium expiring, which means that if you do not live in a state that has an eviction moratorium that is passed August 1st, then you run the risk of becoming homeless because you could potentially be evicted from your home with nowhere to live. So I thought this was it's not really funny. It's not really funny, but it's interesting that Bernie Sanders is talking about abolishing homelessness, but yet at the same time, talking about this infrastructure package, there's nothing being said about extending the eviction moratorium, providing more funding for people that are back on their rent, extending the anything regarding unemployment, providing more money for stimulus checks, not in there. Universal pre-K, that's a big one. Provide health care for all, that's a big one. That could save a lot of people money. Eradicate poverty. Well, a lot of the stuff that's still happening today is keeping people poor. One of the big things that we see all the time is, the elderly. They're under the poverty line, but it's because of where the current social security income. That's kind of where it's at. It's below the federal poverty line, and nobody's really discussing that. And I think that's a huge mistake. I think that's they're dropping the ball. Democrats and Republicans are dropping the ball on this one, because this is a huge, huge issue. And if they don't solve it, somebody doesn't figure this out, none of these people on Social Security are going to vote for a Republican or a Democrat, especially President Biden. He wants to get all these people to vote for him again. It's probably not going to happen. Democrats in the House and Senate, you want them to vote for you again? Probably not going to happen. But again, it all comes down to just the perception that the American people are getting at this point. And right now, what a lot of people are saying is the elderly, they're not being taken care of. People on Social Security benefits, well, we're the last one to get anything. So we will see what happens. But as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back and share more. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for always supporting the channel, always hitting that like button, and make sure you subscribe so that I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.